Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some books that have changed my life. I'm hoping they can do the same for yourself as well. Some of you might have already read these books, and if you have, by all means drop a comment. Let us know what you thought about the book, what you learned about the book. I haven't always been a reader of books. I've come to learn that if you want to level up and do better for yourself, you have to acquire the information from books. There's a lot of books out there that can help you level up. Any areas that you need help with, just Google it. There will be a book out there that will help you out. But before we get straight into it, guys, if you can hit that subscribe button, and if you want to also get notified on my up and coming videos, hit that notification bell. Alright guys, so book number one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is a classic. It's literally a fundamental book. For me, I picked this book up mainly because I'd come out of uni, I started working, started earning some money, and I just wanted a bit more out of life, and I've always wanted to be like rich young. So like in the title, like it says, Think and Grow Rich. So again, I researched this. It's a book that came up, and I decided to pick this book up and read. It's about this guy Napoleon Hill who had interviewed about 500 self-made millionaires and basically found traits, principles around these people that were all consistent, and he basically wrote in summary 13 principles that the rich people, or the successful people should I say as well, do or have or implement within their lives. Off top, I think there's 4 that I can remember. So the first one, desire. So as it says, desire, you've got to want to achieve this thing, so have the desire to want to do something. Without that, you can't even make step 1, and that's why it's the first principle within the book as well, because everything starts from desire. And then the other one was faith. Again, faith is around believing that you can achieve what it is you're setting out to do. So when you've got that desire, you want to do something, is now having the faith that you can go and achieve that. And then there's another principle which is about decision. Again, if you kind of look at the other 2 as well, the other 2 principles I've just mentioned, which is desire and faith, they link together. So again, when you made that decision that you're going to do this, you've made it to yourself, and there's that commitment there, and now you're gonna go ahead and just do it. And also with these self-made millionaires, these decisions as well, they're people that are able to make decisions promptly. They don't take years on making decisions. They just want to make it there and there. So they're very quick with their decisions, and they know that taking time to make decisions can cost them quite a bit. So that's the principle around making decisions. And finally, the one, I think number 4, persistence. So persistence, again, is just having that mindset of nothing's going to go in your way. You're going to keep going regardless of what happens, because as you can imagine, to get somewhere successful in life, you're going to have hurdles, and if you're not someone that can keep up with the persistence to push through the hurdles and overcome these hurdles, then again, you're not really cut out for it, and you probably won't get to where you want to be. So again, you can see why these are 4 principles that a successful person would need to have if they want to acquire wealth and do more in life. Book number 2 is by a man called Robert Kiyosaki. Probably going to guess what I'm going to say. So this is Rich Dad Poor Dad. So Rich Dad Poor Dad, again, is another classic. For me, I think after reading Napoleon Hill, I found out that I needed to kind of work on my financial education, because I had literally no financial education. You don't really get taught this at uni or college, or just life schools don't really teach you about this stuff. So again, this is something I want to focus on and better myself in. So I researched this. I think a friend of mine, Tabo, recommended this book. So shout out to him, because again, for me, this is life-changing. Reading that book kind of opened my eyes up to more in life in terms of, so he talks about a quadrant where you've got the employee, you've got the investor, you've got the business, and you've got the self-employed person. And on the left-hand side of the quadrant, you've got employee, a self-employed person. On the right-hand side of the quadrant, you've got the business owner and the investor. And he talks about wanting to be on the right-hand side, and being on the right hand side is where the rich play, and being on the left hand side is where the poor play. So these were principles that were taught to him by his rich dad and his poor dad. So, well, in that specific case, his rich dad taught him about that quadrant, and that's where he got that principle from. He also goes to talk about the rich belief system versus the poor belief system, because again, growing up, you're probably taught being rich is being greedy and all these things, and these are all like poor people mindset. And whereas the rich see it as building wealth, supporting the people around them, providing jobs for people around them. So these are all principles again that he covers within the book. But again, I'm trying to think what my biggest takeaway was from that book. I think the whole thing around that book was just walking away and then understanding that there is definitely more to life than just being an employee. If you want to aspire to do more, or want to have some sort of success or substantial wealth, you need to definitely play on the right hand side of the quadrant, which is the business owner and investor side of the quadrant. And for me, that was a game changer, because I hadn't been taught this before. This is the first time hearing this. So then later on, I then went on to build up more information around those topics. Book number 3 is by a gentleman named Rob Moore. It's called Money. As you can already guess, I'm into my money. So I wanted to pick up this book to kind of understand how money works, the history behind money, and this book pretty much covers a good in-depth. It's quite technical and it's quite long, to be honest. This was quite a long one. But another trick I guess I can share with you guys as well is, because I listen to audibles, you can increase the speed. So usually I try and listen to the books at 1.5 speed or maybe 2 times speed to try and cut down the time I'm having to listen to these books. This then gets me to get through as many books as possible. But back to the book itself, Money, what it contained. It's a book basically, if you're interested in knowing about making more, distilling all your money beliefs, because again, when you're younger, and I don't know about you, but you get taught all these things about, or these negative things about money, and you kind of want to get these things out of your system. So Rob Moore goes into quite some detail about the money myths and kind of distills all of them, and gives you a reason as to why you should want to have money, and it's okay to have money. So that book, again, for me, was massive in helping me develop more of my financial education, and it just gave me the next level up to go forward with that information and start implementing some of these things into my life. So I would definitely recommend this. If you have read it as well, just drop a comment what your key takeaways were from that book. Book number 4, again, is by Rob Moore. It's called Live Leverage. For me, Live Leverage was like a massive eye-opener, real game changer. In a sense, it talks about valuing yourself and actually working out what you're worth. And if, for example, there's certain tasks that you believe are not worth your time, if your time is, for example, £100 an hour, could you not, for example, outsource your cleaning of your house, your cutting of your grass, washing your car? These are low level or low income generating tasks. So why bother spending time doing these things when you can outsource these things, and you can then focus your maximum effort and time into focusing on the areas that will produce the maximum output to your life. So for me, it was a massive game changer for me. Never really looked at life like that. And he just literally goes on to talk about your vision, your legacy, and just getting a clear picture of what it is you're trying to achieve out of life, and just trying to basically get the most out of life by leveraging the bits that aren't that relevant. So you want to focus on your strategy, you want to focus on your vision. If you're a business owner, you don't want to be doing the nitty-gritty stuff. That's why you employ people into your business so they can do the day-to-day running, and then you can focus on the bigger stuff, which is the vision, the strategy, the legacy. So again, if you haven't already read this book by Rob Moore, Live Leverage, please check it out. It's trust me, there's so many fundamentals and concepts in there that you can take away and implement into your life. So check this one out, guys. Book number 5 is written by one of my favorite people out there. He's someone that likes to think big. Anything he does, he wants to try and do on a big scale. He's not in it to play it small. He wants to run with it, like literally. If you haven't heard of this guy, I know some probably already guessed who it is. His name is Grant Cardone, and he wrote a book called 10X. And he actually wrote his book for himself because there was a point in his life where he was feeling down and he kind of wanted to motivate himself, and he started to kind of review his life and look at what he was doing and how he can do things better. And in this book, the 10X, it's literally about 10Xing all your areas in your life. So it's not just about 10Xing your money, your business, it's everything. It's your wealth, your health, the people around you, the people, your business, everything around you. He thinks of it as can we go big with this? What can we do to kind of 10X it, to put it simple? So for me, being someone that wants to always do something big in life, I really resonate with this book, and it's always helped me when it comes to my goals and what I achieve in life. I'm always thinking, have I set a goal that's big enough, which is forcing me to become someone different? In the sense, am I growing? Because again, you don't want to set a goal that's just, oh, you know how to achieve it. It's you don't need to change as a person to get to that level. This book, the philosophy around it, kind of pushes you to set unachievable goals, and then you kind of have to work backwards. Okay, who do I need to become? What do I need to do to achieve these goals? And for me, I feel like even if you don't even get to the goal you've set, you are better off. You probably get close to that goal, and you're doing better off than if you'd originally set your low level goal, which you know you've achieved. Just so for me, it's just about pushing limits, and it's not necessarily even being able to achieve those big goals, but it's just getting closer and closer to them, and therefore you're pushing yourself and you're developing. And for me, that alone, just for me, it's a winner. Like, you can't go wrong in life. You need stuff like this. So if you haven't checked it out, check out my man Grant Cardone, and check out his videos. Like, he's got loads of stuff on YouTube as well. Shares a lot of gems out there for free. He is a bit of a crazy one. I think he's kind of a hate or love relationship kind of guy. But for me, I love him. He motivates me all the time. Whenever I need some sort of energy, he's the go-to man. So guys, check him out if you haven't already. Book number 6, we're back with Rob Moore. This is a book which he wrote recently. Start Now, Get Perfect Later. For me, the title alone just says it all. Like, with life, you have to just start now. Stop worrying about trying to be perfect and having all your ducks aligned in a row. Just literally get on with it. It comes down to even the principles of Napoleon Hill, and just making that decision and just going with it and committing to it. Do you know what I mean? Just decide and just go with it. So there's no right time to start. Like, if you're gonna wait for everything to align, you're gonna be waiting forever. So literally start and perfect this, and it's something that I personally do. Literally start and you'll get perfect later. Like, just start the process. Once the process kicked off, as you go through the journey, you will learn things, you'll adapt, you'll get better later on. For me, I implement this, even the property stuff I'm doing. I don't always wait for everything to align. I don't know the end degree, like how I'm gonna go about doing things. I'll commit, I'll put offer in, it'll get accepted. I might not even have the funds. I might not even necessarily know how I'm gonna do the deal. Obviously, I know the numbers work, hence I put offer in. But in terms of actually getting the deal over the line, in terms of financing the deal, getting the build team in place, all of that happens later on. So I don't worry about, I don't have all the money today to go buy this property. I can get an offer accepted and know that I'm gonna go and work out how I'm gonna get this deal over the line. So it's just that mentality there that he kind of explains and tries to promote, that you don't always have to be ready. Just start, and you look back and you'll be thankful that you started, because you're always going to be in a better place in the future than you was in the past. So just get started. And my advice is, guys, like the book said, start now, get perfect later. And if you haven't read that book, please, I'm begging you to just have a look at this book, because there's a lot of people out there who are big procrastinators, and if you want to overcome procrastinating, this is the book for it. So check it out if you haven't already, and comment below as well. Let me know what you think of this book if you've already read it. So guys, that's it. These are the 6 books for me that have changed my life. They're game changer books. If you haven't read any of these books, please have a look at them. If you're someone that likes to physically read books, by all means, buy the physical hard copy, spend some time reading it. And if you're like me, who likes to listen to books, Audible, there's other apps out there, but I use Audible to listen to my books. So guys, that's it. If you've liked this video, please hit that like button. And as well, if you like the content I'm putting out there, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell as well if you want to be notified on my up and coming videos. So yeah, take care guys, see you in the next one.